Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Myself, I am Vikas from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Today in this video, we are going to discuss about the topic laser. Introduction to laser. What is laser? Laser stands for light amplification stimulated emission of the radiation. In laser, the intensity of the light is amplified by a process called stimulated emission. The laser is a preface the most important optical device to be developed in the past 50 years. Since it is arrived in the 1960s rather quiet and unrelated outside the scientific community, it has provided the stimulus to make optics one of the most rapidly growing fields in science and technology today. Principle of the laser. It is based on the principle of stimulated emission of the radiation with the light amplification for stimulated emission for the radiation to takes place. The population of the atoms in higher energy level should be greater than the lower energy level. N2 is greater than N1. This can be achieved by the pumping. Light amplification is achieved by the photon multiplication within an optical resonant cavity. Characteristics of the light laser. The following characteristics distinguish a laser beam for the ordinary light. Coherence. The wave trains were identical in the phase and directed are called coherent wave. Higher intensity. Due to the coherence nature of the laser, it has ability to focus over a small area of 10 raised to minus 16 centimeter cube square. High directionality. On ordinary light source emits light in all possible direction, but the laser travels as a parallel beam. It can travel over a long distance without spreading. Monochromatics. The light from the normal monochromatic source spreads over range of the wavelength of the order 100 nanometer, but the speed spreads is 1 nanometer for laser. Einstein's quantum theory of the radiation. In 1916, according to Einstein, the interaction of the radiation with the matter could be explained in terms of three basic processes. First, induced absorption. Second, spontaneous emission. Third one is stimulated emission. Stimulated emission. First, come across spontaneous absorption. The process in which atom size system his lower energy state is raised in to higher energy state by electromagnetic radiation with quanta of the energy is equal to difference of the energy of the two states is called as stimulated absorption. That is h nu is equal to E2 minus E1. Spontaneous emission. The process in which there is a emission of the photon whether an atom transmit from higher energy state to lower energy state without the aid of any external agency. For this process to take place, the atom has to be excited state. Since the higher energy level is an unstable one, the excited atom in the higher level E2 spontaneously turns to the lower energy level E1. With emission of the photon of the energy h nu is equal to E2 minus E1. The next come across stimulated emission. In this process in which there is an emission of the photon whether an atom transmitted from higher energy level to lower energy level under the influence of the external energy, that is an inducing photon. For this process also an atom should be attracted in extended state. That a photon having an energy E is equal to h nu E2 minus E1 interact with an atom in extended state. Under such interaction to the incident photon stimulated the extended atom in the level E2 traced to the lower energy level E1, resulting in emission of the photon of energy S nu is equal to E2 minus E1. The atom is staying in the higher energy level state. It comes to the lower energy state by emitting an external photon, including emitted photon. The rate of the stimulated emission of the radiation R21 is proportional to the population N2. That the higher energy level E2 at the density of including photons. Next, population inversion. Population inversion is a state of achieved more number of atoms in the exalted state compared to ground state. N2 is greater than N1 numerically. If the condition is satisfied, then there is a more change for stimulated emission to take place. Hence, the population inversion is an essential condition for producing laser. Population inversion can be achieved by the process called pumping. What is pumping? Pumping is mechanism of the extending atom from the lower energy state to higher energy state, supplying energy from the external source. The most commonly used pumping machine are optical pumping. In this type of pumping, atoms are excited from means for external optical source, that is Rabi laser and Nubidium la- lasers. Electric pumping. In type of pumping, the electrons are accelerated to the higher velocity by strong electric field. This move electrons collide with the neutral gas and ionize the medium. This due to ionization they gets raised to higher energy level, that is CO2 laser. Di- Direct conversion. In this type pumping, direct converted of the electric energy into light take place. Semiconductor laser, that is. Next, applications of the laser in industries: for welding and melting, for cutting and drilling holes, third one, to test the quality of the materials. In medicines, used for the treatment of detached retainers, used in the performing micro and bloodless surgery, used for the treatment of human and animal cancers and skin tumors. Minerality applications. The last beam can be served as war weapons. The laser beam can be used military applications. These laser beams can be served as a war weapons. The laser beams can be used in the determine the precisely the distance, velocity and the direction from the distance object by means of the reflected signals. Science and engineering applications. It is used for the fiber optics communication. It is used in the holography. It is used in the underwater communication between submarines. Thank you guys for watching my video.